Welcome to What's Growing at CMC, the weekly segment where I, Daniel,
and I, Talasha, share with you about what God is growing here at College Mennonite Church.
Pauline Kennel, is growing in years.
Today we got to enjoy Pauline's gifts, along with the musical gifts of her daughters.
It also happens to be Pauline's 90th birthday.
Pauline, you are an encouragement to us as pastors, and you are a blessing to our whole congregation.
We are grateful for your presence in our church family.
So, here's to you, Pauline. May you continue to grow in God in the year to come.
We're also growing in members of this church family.
Many of you helped celebrate the new baby that will soon be born to Marisol and Rafael.
You'll soon see some pictures of their baby shower.
Marisol and Rafael's family was one of the families here for worship last Sunday.
Today was our second Sunday of having people in person for worship.
There is no going back to normal. Instead, we are finding our way forward.
We're figuring out how we incorporate what we have learned over the last year into what we'll do in the future.
And moving into that in what is probably going to be a long reentry process.
We've been schooled in flexibility this past year.
Muscles that we will continue to need to use in the year to come.
God is doing a new thing here, and we're grateful to be discovering it with all of you.
Remember that you can sign up your household to come to worship in person on Sundays.
Every Tuesday, the link to sign up for the upcoming Sunday will be in your church email.
Those of you who have been here for worship in the last few weeks have noticed an addition to the pews.
Along with our blue hymnal worship book, our green Sing the Journey, our purple Sing the Story, there's now another purple one, our New Voices Together hymnal.
Thank you to Deb Kaufman, Eric Zare, Bill Clemens, Pete Miller, and Marilyn Graber for unboxing and placing our new songbooks.
And thanks to Anne Marie for leading and coordinating all of it.
We'll keep at least some of the hymnals that have been removed from the pews, but stay tuned for information about opportunities for you to own various older hymnals.
2 Sundays ago was Caleb's Ark,
a day to turn the 4th anniversary of Caleb's cancer diagnosis into a day of kindness.
Many CMCers participated, and here's just a sampling of what they did.
Gay Lehman and Cora fixed bags of party mix and distributed them to the neighbors.
Why party mix?
Well, Gay has sent many bags of party mix with the Gnowan family when they traveled to New York City.
Mary Jo Short's neighbors were also recipients of kindness.
She made 3 kinds of cookies for them.
Jean Hartzler's neighbors were the grateful recipients of her homemade breads.
Jane Short shared some quiche and gave some blood.
Ruth Esch dropped off donuts at the Center for Healing and Hope and took cookies to the elementary school where she volunteers.
Sarah Yoder and her children picked up trash in their neighborhood.
Eric Zare tuned a badly out-of-tune piano and gave the owner a $50 discount.
The grateful owner told him that they would be sure to pass along Caleb's Ark.
Our family, inspired by the Feeding of the Multitude stories, took food to the Little Free Pantry and the Love Shack.
And these are just a few of the stories.
And we want you to keep them coming. A few days ago, Margaret Steiner brought the Gnowans homemade bread.
The blood drive was also a success again.
Thank you to all of you who did the life-saving work of donating blood.
Caleb, Martin, Chica, Matthew, Mara, thank you for inspiring all of us with your courage and generosity and kindness.
Many of you have expressed your appreciation for the creative and informative announcement from the Gifts Discernment Committee from 2 weeks ago.
Now it's time to express your appreciation by nominating board members.
Yes, please fill out the form that came in your email announcements on Thursday.
The deadline for nominations is today. March 14.
And this is a really important part of our congregational life.
So fill out a form and be part of it.
Guess what?
Today is Pandemic Raw.
Woohoo! So come to the Memorial Garden around 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Bring baked goods for our bake sale.
We'll sell on an honor system, so take what you want and leave a donation.
Or give a donation to the Encircling Fund online.
There will be a competition to look at shipping boxes, like all those Amazon boxes that have been on our porches. To look at those and guess what the pastors ordered.
Prizes for winners will include things like fully stocked worship bags and a pass to come to a month of worship in person.
Pandemic Worship Jeopardy will also begin at 5:30.
Jim Caskey will host, and board members will be the contestants.
Categories include Behind the Scenes and Wacky Lives of Pastors.
Make sure that you bring pictures of what has grown in your household this year to share on the What's Growing wall.
And we'll have piles of boxes for you to create with.
We also encourage you to wear the clothing that you have typically worn during worship this past year.
As in, if you wear pajamas when you tune in on Sunday mornings, well, just come in your pajamas.
We hope that this can be a time of joy.
And a playful look back on the strange year that we have had.
We've grown a lot this year.
There's been a lot to mourn as well.
And there are things to celebrate.
And plenty to laugh about.
And through it all, of course,
God was, God is, and God will be.
thanks be to God.
Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God. Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God. Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God.